The top 10 shortest matches in Battle at the Berrics are the following. Hello, and thank you for joining another episode of Dumb Data, where we break down the numbers so you don't have to. In this breakdown, we're taking a look at which rounds ended the quickest out of all the seasons in Battle at the Berrics. Who got to letter E the fastest? Let's take a look and dive into the data. Since the 10th spot is shared with 3 separate matches, we're gonna start at number 9. Ranking 5th due to upcoming ties is Chris Chan getting letter E on turn 23 from Luan Oliveira in Battle at the Berrics 7 round 2. Whatever euphoria Chris was feeling after making a name for himself by beating Chris Cole in his first battle probably flatlined when Luan and his compression socks skunked Chan. Based on the tricks Chris missed and what he shared on his YouTube channel after the match.
So I lost. I missed the tray flip. And then it was kind of downhill from there. Yeah.
This was more of Chan losing due to nerves than because of the tricks Luan set. Chris Chan basically became an overnight celebrity from appearing in Battle at the Berrics and surprising everyone with what he did against the Wallenberg tray flipping legend. If you've ever been in a contest or had to compete to win anything, there's always pressure to perform, even if just a little. When you take a Joe like Chris Chan and throw him into the internet's most scrutinized skateboarding tournament, the nerves have to be redlining if you're not familiar with this level of competition. That would be like going from throwing the pigskin in your backyard with dad before dinner to suddenly padding up and playing quarterback in the Super Bowl against Lamar Jackson. The pro skaters in Battle at the Berrics aren't just pros who have their name on a board. Some of the pros who make it far, like Luan, P-Rod, and Chris Cole, are seasoned contest skaters and are familiar with performing in front of cameras and a live audience. Wonderful Horrible Life came out in 2002, so for PJ Ladd to compete in Battle at the Berrics with a decade of being that good under his belt is like warming up for the session. Mike Moe's claim to fame is his tech-savvy steez, so even though he's not the contest-type pro, Battle at the Berrics caters to his strengths. I think Chris Chan handled everything maturely and processed this beatdown as productively as possible at the time. Plus, now he has more subscribers than the Berrics. We'll come to see further along in this list that the anger he's built up from this loss will result in some interesting aftermath. Since the 9th shortest match ranked number 5, we're already looking at the first match of a 4-way tie for number 4. Losing the battle on turn 20 is Johnny Layton in Battle at the Berrics 6 round 1. From time to time, probably more common in the past than now, some of these battles look like an afterthought at the end of an intense park session. Johnny Layton can be seen wiping the sweat from his forehead like he just hucked switch trays down a 10 set for 2 hours. Tom Asta rolled away with a skunked match, winning on an anticlimactic nollie backside flip. Also number 4, getting E on turn 20, is Corey Kennedy in Season 6, Round 1. Corey Kenny must have been shredding in the same session as Johnny Layton, judging by the head towel he's rocking before his battle against Billy Marks. This match was short, but at least it ended on a highly illegal yet entertaining trick, the triple kickflip. The third number 4 on this list, rewinding back to Season 5, is Felipe Gustavo's debut against Ishad Ware. As if losing in 20 turns wasn't insulting enough, Felipe also missed a kickflip on defense. At least the winning trick was respectable. I've never even attempted a switch backside big spin, but I just assume they're a headache. The final number 4 ranked match takes us back to 2008, where Rob Dyrdick lost on turn 20 to Eric Costin in round 1 of the first season. Decked out in DC and a 5-panel, Dyrdick doesn't disappoint when he brings the attitude that made him a reality TV personality in this abbreviated match against one of skateboarding's most prestigious individuals, Eric Costin. I'd be cursing my ass off too if I only landed 3 tricks in a game of skate. What the Number 3. Getting letter E on turn 19 in Battle at the Berrics 1 round 1 is Daniel Castillo versus The Boss. I vividly remember Daniel Castillo's part in Yeah Right growing up, but didn't know much else about him and definitely didn't know about his Battle at the Berrics participation. Sadly, this is the only match featuring Daniel Castillo, but since he's skating against the Baker 3 era Reynolds, it's not that big of a deal to get choked out in a game of skate by The Boss. Number 2 is Viger van Wageningen getting bodied on turn 18 by Griffin Gas in Battle at the Berrics 7 round 1. My apologies if I botched the pronunciation on your name. I couldn't find a video where anyone says his full name, so I had to resort to Google Translate and listen to the Dutch lady say it.
Viger van Wageningen.
Griffin was still a Joe in 2014, but that didn't stop Gas from smacking that ass on Uyghur in 18 turns. Griffin lost to Costin on a switch frontside 360 in round 2, and to this day, Uyghur's still locked into a back tail. No joke, Uyghur's grinds and slides are probably shadowed only by Tory Pudwell's backside tail from that one time. Number 1 is a two-parter, and we'll start with Bastian Salabanzi losing to Chris Chan in 15 turns from Battle at the Berrics 8, round 1. The chip on Chris's shoulder from losing so quickly in Season 7 must have had him seeing red going into this battle, because Chan got right to it with a hard flip. 5 hard flips have been attempted on the first turn of a match, which is absolutely unacceptable, and each of these offenders should be punished to the fullest extent of flat ground skate law. Come to find out, that's exactly what happened. The 3 previous skaters who started a match with a hard flip all lost. Of course, Nyjah is the most egregious enabler of this despicable act of treachery by opening not 1, but 2 matches with a hard flip. Mike Moe put the jaw in his place the first time back in Season 5, round 3, and Shane O'Neill had to remind Nyjah who's the head honcho when he started a battle with a hard flip for the second time. Danny Sarazzini would try to throw off P-Rod back in Season 4, but it's P-Rod, aka the Switch God, so yeah. Jimmy Carlin is guilty of creating this trend back in Season 2, and even though he didn't land the first turn hard flip, he still lost to Tory Pudwell in that first round match. Chris Chan would be the only person who won a match after starting with a hard flip, and he went berserk on Bastian with a nollie 3-shove. The nollie kickflip letter A was probably from Bastian still trying to get his bearings after being blindsided by Chris Chan's savagery. Chris Chan's backside hard flip to give Bastian letter T is like a scene in a movie where the innocent guy is beaten to a pulp. Although Chan would win this battle in a record-setting 15 turns, the hard flip curse caught up to him in round 2. Cody Cepeda did what he does and skunked Chris Chan in 27 turns, proving the first turn hard flip curse catches up to everyone eventually. Number 1, again, is Mike Moe getting letter E on turn 15 in the 3rd place battle against Shane O'Neill. If there was ever proof that an unwritten Battle at the Berrics rule exists, which says no doing death blows until both competitors have had a chance to land a few tricks, this match between Shane O'Neill and Mike Moe proves it. The 3rd place battle is always kind of a fun opportunity for the losers of the finals battles to show off a little bit. And I'm guessing there's no prize money for 3rd place, so no one really cares about who wins. Shane O'Neill showed the world in this match that if he wanted to, he could win the championship as long as he gets to go first. But because of that unwritten rule, we only see these types of battles very rarely. Having said that, Shane still has the respect towards his opponent to open the match with a trick that his competitor can land. In this case, it was a big spin. After that, Shane opened his stride and got straight to the tricks that few, if anyone, can pull off, and ended on a death blow that would only be landed once ever in Battle at the Berrics, a switch big double flip. What the f***? When Mike Moe's attempts look like a Grom trying to land his first kickflip, you know a switch big double flip is no joke. A quick YouTube search doesn't even come up with a clip of someone landing this trick. There's one dude landing it stationary, but it's apparently regular and he touches the ground. So I think it's safe to say there are few people who can claim to have landed this trick besides Shane O'Neill. The shortest match ending in 15 turns means that there's still room for a perfect skunk to take place in Battle at the Berrics. This would look like a battle that starts and ends with 5 consecutive letters for a total of 11 turns. In the current season, the shortest match so far is in the influencers section. Garrett Ginner beat Roy Purdy in 25 turns, thank God. Well, that pretty much covers the top 10 shortest matches in Battle at the Berrics so far. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Dumb Data, click the notification bell to stay on top of new episodes, and drop a like if you enjoyed this breakdown. See you on the next Dumb episode.